Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I wonder what the fuel place is at. I'm totally curious. Maybe I'm curious. Who cares? G&F pizza. I've been there before. G&F pizza. They have good pizza.
Gentlemen, let's let the ladies.
Ow.
Do we leave our backpacks on here or do we take them?
Yeah. Ladies, let's go.
Do we leave our backpacks on here or take them?
No, we're not going anywhere. Just leave them on here.
Okay. Are the ladies going to skedaddle?
So let's let the ladies. Okay.
Dude, I'm not a lady.
Gentlemen. Ow! Why is this reach so small? Because you're going to take into account people's scholarship. I should.
Oh.
Oh.
I hit my head.
I hit my head as well.
All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, are we going to R&R first, and then, or are we going?
No, I fell. Why are you talking? I think I lose my tail.
Wait, Mr. Barker, I forgot my money.
Well, you'll have time to get it. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I do? Yeah, I probably do, honestly. Because it's so much more awkward to be like, hey, I just love out. You know? Hey.
Ladies, let's go.
Should I come back and get my money?
Yeah, go back.
Okay.
Issues.
Let's go.
I have to get my money. Oh crap, it's closed. Wait, you coming? Okay. Thank you. I need my money. Oh, whoops. Alright. Thank you. I need my money.
No problem.
Should I stream on? I don't know. Gotta get my $10 and put it into the R&R machine. Wait, is there a machine?
Junction, Chevron. And I think this is the last place we've been.
Okay, well, you went to two, so
Oh, yeah, that too.
we went to Burger Business.
Who should I say that?
So I think this is a pretty neat program.
Alright.
But why? Why? Why aren't you in school right now?
Experience.
Okay. Anybody else got any ideas? See how you run a business? So does anybody want to be a banker when they grow up? You went to the bank, did you say that's what I want to do? I don't know. Anything like that? I think that's part of the idea, is kind of giving an idea. It's hard when you're your age to like, what are you going to do when you grow up? Does anybody have any idea? What are you going to do? Psychologist, okay? A nurse, teacher, okay? Anybody else got any ideas?
Probably a computer tech or cashier.
Okay. Attorney. Okay, so out of the ones I've heard, 2 of those, maybe attorney and maybe psychologist, would involve running your own business. You ever think of that? Yeah, I know some doctors who are pretty good doctors, not good businessmen. And it was kind of a rude awakening when they wanted to run their own practice to realize that was a business they had to run. So it was kind of a different thing. It wasn't what they went to med school for. Oddly enough, I don't know if it's odd, but it seems strange to me. In order to run a doctor's office, you have to be a doctor. Okay? So to run a medical business, you have to be a medical school graduate. That seems odd to you?
No.
It does to me, because doctors usually are not good businessmen. So it would be rare to find a doctor's office that's run well, in my opinion. You're going to have someone who's a good businessman who's also a doctor. So I got a son in medical school right now, and he's actually looking towards maybe hospital administration as his specialty. So he would never even practice medicine. He would just run a hospital. So it seems a little odd to me that if you want someone to run a business well, it seems like you wouldn't make them be a doctor. It's kind of a waste of time. But when I was your age, I was going to be a mechanical engineer. That's what I had in focus. I was taking math courses geared towards engineering and all those sorts of things. Then I went and served a mission for my church. I served in South Korea, and it opened my mind to the world. And I was going to be an international marketing major. That's what I came back and studied. So I had to throw away a ton of credits because I was too specialized before I left my mission in the engineering field, and I lost a lot of credits, mainly high maths. I lost and had to start over in some of that stuff. So be careful a little bit. It's great to get ahead, do things, but stay kind of general until you really know what you're doing. So I'm not an international marketing guy either. I'm not. So how did I end up here? Anybody have any idea besides my daughter, maybe? How does this happen? How do you get in the restaurant, in the pizza business? Anybody got any ideas? If you want to do this, how do you start? For me, it started by accident, really. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. You don't really plan on something, you kind of fall into it. So I was going to Arizona State University, and I was planning on going to Thunderbird, which is officially known as the American Graduate School for International Management. It's a world-renowned school for international management. That's what I was going to do. Speak 3 languages. That's what I was going to do. I was going to concentrate on Asia, maybe pick up German, because that's a pretty viable language as well in the international marketing scene. But that was my plan. So going and taking a tour of their campus, which is on the old Thunderbird Airfield in Phoenix, which is why it's called Thunderbird as a nickname. They told me that I had to have 2 years of management experience to get accepted into their school. So in order to do that, I was kind of scrambling, what do you do? How do you get management experience, right? You can go get a job when you're in college, but how do you become a manager when you're in college? So oddly enough, I found an opportunity. Opportunity was mentioned, and I bought a restaurant for almost nothing. I found a failing restaurant, a failing pizza place. It's called AJ's Pizza on Lindsay and Maine in Mesa, Arizona. And a guy was running a very successful restaurant, decided to open a second one because it was going so well. A second one would be a great idea. Found out it was running over the top of him and he needed to bail out of it. So I bought it. I literally bought a restaurant for $8,000. That's barely minimum wage today, right? But it was a failing restaurant, but I just needed it long enough that I could get into graduate school. It turned out I loved it. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Started making money, amazingly. And here I am today. That's kind of where we evolved, and it's a lot longer story than that. But that's how I ended up in the business, was taking it on basically as a graduate school project, and then here I am. And I've been in the business for about 30 years now. So, and it's treated me pretty good. So what would you guys like to see today? You want to take a tour of the kitchen? You've been in my dining room before. We can do that if you want. But we can walk through. I do have people working back there. I'm going to need to ask you not to touch anything back there just because it's sanitized and do that. And there's enough of us. We're going to just kind of walk through. And then if you've got questions, let's step back out here and we'll ask questions. Does anybody have any questions before we do a walkthrough? Anything? Okay.
So like in the business here, what type of equipment? Like what? Not that we need numbers, but the equipment doesn't take care of itself. We have cost guys take care of the equipment itself. You bring people in to service your equipment.
Again, I was a mechanical engineering major before, so I kind of take care of my own equipment. I'm a guy that can be kind of hands-on. That's not true for everybody. There are commercial service equipments. Unfortunately, it's a lot like owning a boat. Has anybody ever owned a boat? Your family on a boat? A boat is described very well as a hole in the lake that you throw money in. Okay? Because boat maintenance is extremely expensive, largely because there's not that many people that do it, right? And so when you find someone who can work specifically on a boat, it's really expensive. The same thing is very true for commercial equipment. Okay, you can have someone that'll work on things, and probably the heart of our operation are our pizza ovens. They're a conveyor system, and they're what's called an impinger oven. It's really interesting. The reason my pizzas taste so much better than one you could ever cook at home is because of those ovens. The closest thing you'd have at home is a convection oven, or maybe an air fryer is basically a convection oven. But instead of swirling air around the food, they actually inject the food with air. So there's heat fingers top and bottom that inject it with air, and we have different levels and stages of that happens at a really high temperature, about 485 degrees. And and the pizza passes through these stages as it goes through. So it's just a way better system than you could afford to have at home. It's not old technology. If you're looking at classic old wood-fired whatever, it's not that, but it's better and it's faster.
How much would one of those ovens cost?
So there's a pretty big range. This particular set of ovens that I have, if you were to buy them new today, probably for the setup I have, about $50,000 for what I have in there. I know that because our Pine Top location just put in a new set, but they go pretty dramatic from there. The ovens that we just put in our Marana location a few months ago, for a new set, $110,000 for that set. It would be double the production of what I can do here though.
How long do you think it takes to make all that money back?
That's a huge variable. You never know that, and that's the risk of business. Is what are you going to do? How much can you invest, and then how are you going to make it back? And that's why most businesses fail. I was actually watching a TV program last night about a lady who was wanting to start a rotisserie chicken business. She thought it was going to cost her $250,000. She spent 1.5 by the time it was done. She did it just right before COVID. Then COVID hit and just wiped her out. She probably had a lot more things that were wiping her out from COVID from what I saw. But it can get out of hand really quickly. So the ovens that I'm operating on, I bought used when I first came to Benson, Arizona, which was 28 years ago. So they were probably 10 years old when I bought them. And I've operated with them for 28 years. So they're pushing 40-year-old ovens. They work great. There's a conditioning guy, because that's the system that is in those boxes, is a heating system. So instead of paying $500 to get a commercial oven guy to just set foot in my restaurant, because you've got to come at least from Tucson, I can call an HVAC guy and tell him, as long as I can get him confident, look, all you're working on is a heater in here, it's just a different style, then I can get it done a lot cheaper and locally, because that's really all the system is. And I think you're going to find that in any equipment you deal with, most everything is built from other things. There are very few things that are invented as a whole new thing. It's got all brand new components, right? Anybody know computer history? Anybody study computers, right? The first computers where they built somebody magically made all these components? No. They went to a Radio Shack and they built them, or a heat kit store at the time is what it would have been. You probably don't remember either of those. But they took components and put them together and made the electronics that we understand today. And then, of course, they got refined from there. But most things are built of other things. And if you can take it apart and find out what its sources are, you can get through a lot of things. So the same thing with like video games. I do a lot of my own video game repair too, as much as I can. I cannot take apart a board and rebuild it, but I can see what pieces they used and replace parts that were. So it's not too bad that way. So how do you survive with a lot of the big investment? Most people don't. I'm going to be honest with you, especially in the restaurant businesses. 25% of all startup restaurants fail. And that's just all there is to it. Within the first year, they fail. And then it's a ratio from there. So restaurant business is very, very tough. It's a tough. I'm not saying I would recommend it really for most people. It's a tough thing. Any other questions?
So, do you change the name of the restaurant?
Originally, I didn't, because it was going to be a temporary thing. So I got permission from the guy I bought it from for 1 year to operate under his name, and then I was going to put it up for sale. And figured it would take me maybe about a year to sell it, and then I'd have my 2 years, and I was gone, right? And I would, I'd deal with it as I had to, because I was kind of in an emergency. So that was part of my original contract, is I could maintain his name for 1 year, and then I would have to change it. So after that 1 year, my brother actually kind of accidentally ended up in the pizza business, oddly enough, on the Navajo reservation with a company called Pizza Edge. And we got together and we started working on some things. And we came up with this concept of R&R Pizza to help another mutual friend get into the business. And the three of us are what started this chain. So we came up with that. We opened two R&R pizzas again, essentially simultaneous, because we opened one for him in Silver City, New Mexico, and then we opened mine in Mesa, Arizona by converting my AJ's Pizza to an R&R pizza there. And then I had already put it on the market for sale because that was my plan. And so some buyers out of Oregon came, said they were interested. I had to tell the agent, hey, sorry, we changed our mind. I think I'm going to stay in this business. We're developing this new concept. Here we are. He said, no, that's great. They want to buy a franchise. That's what they want to do. And that was our first jump into the franchising business. And that's what we are today. We are a franchising business. What I'm saying, I don't really want to encourage anybody to get in the restaurant business. I'd love you to be an R&R Pizza, and I can show you how to do that. And we're currently, right now, we're looking at, we're hoping, I would say it's kind of as good as it can be, is Wilcox, Arizona. We've got some people looking to reopen there. We used to have a location there, and we're looking at a new location in Sierra Vista as well right now. So we are growing, which is good news. The economy's been tough, but we're back in a growing phase right now. So. Anything else?
So you were with your brother, you still, you still make a R&R pizza?
Yes, except my brother passed away about 6 years ago, and so he's no longer with us, but so that makes me the president of the parent corporation, and his wife is basically a silent partner there, and so there's really two of us that operate the chain as far as corporate structure that way. So, yes, we are still that same organization. And there again, how do we make it? We needed an attorney when we first started out. For franchising particularly, we gave 10% of our company to an attorney to be our attorney. We didn't have any money. How are we going to retain an attorney to do that? So we literally gave away 10% of our business to this attorney, and he said, yeah, it looks promising. I'll take 10% of your business. So this has been very good for him over the last 30 years. It was a good investment on his part to write some legal documents for us and to stick with us. So he's probably about to pass away. He's going to be a really old guy. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, because he doesn't really function as our attorney anymore. He does still own 10% of our business. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get it.
From a financial perspective, though, can you help the kids understand, like, you obviously don't pay your own, you know?
I do not.
So, like, balancing your books and all of that, can you kind of explain to them why you use it, how it works?
So, I actually, my sister is actually an accountant, and I use her, which is nice because she has a personal interest in me succeeding as well. She maybe does not do the books as good for me as she might for someone else, because, you know, I'll understand kind of a thing, but she also understands the business really well, and she actually does the accounting for most of our locations. So again, if you were going to be a new franchise with me, I'd say, hey, you need to use this accounting firm because they understand. So I have indicators that I look at all the time, and one of those is the amount of cheese we're using in relation to the amount of flour we're using. If that's out of perspective, I'm going to be contacting the store and say, hey, you're doing something wrong. Something's going wrong in your system. Here's some indicators of why I think that. The reason I'm going to be watching cheese really close is because it's an extremely expensive item. It's easy to waste, right? If you're putting too much on a product, if you're spilling it on the table and then scooping it off into a trash can. If you see my prep table, there's a trash can next to it. I did not put it there. I hate it there, okay? I hate it there. My employees like it there because it's an easy way to clean up by, instead of doing it correctly, they just shove it in the trash can. Okay, and I've been to seminars where they say the best thing you can do is get all trash cans out of your kitchens, all of them, and have your employees go into little clear trays that everything has to go in and then get sorted out. One of the things, the seminar that I went to about that was mainly talking about silverware, because silverware was getting thrown away all the time. Silverware is expensive. If they had to sort through the trash before it really went in the bin, then they were pulling the silverware back out and saving themselves thousands of dollars in a year by eliminating trash cans from the restaurant. So for me, it's pizza toppings, basically. If it's so easy to throw it away, they do. Instead of getting it done correctly and really taking care of it, they just shove it off into the trash can, and it's a problem. So it happens. You got to watch everything. But that's a big thing for me. If it's because maybe I'm worried is cheese too much or using too much cheese, wasting money. But it could also be an indicator the other way. If you're not using enough cheese, it means your product's not accurate. It's not being built properly. It's not consistent. In the restaurant business, consistency is number one. What's the number one restaurant chain in the world? Anybody got the idea?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Why?
Because you know what you're getting when you go there.
Exactly. It's always horrible. Always. Right? The food's not good, but it's always the same. You know what you're getting, and that's true whether you're in Tokyo or Omaha, right? It's always bad. It's always bad. It's always bad. You know that. And it's safe to go there because you know how bad it's going to be. Right? Does anybody love McDonald's? Yeah.
I do.
So, let's take a quick walk through and then we'll come back.
Yeah, you can go.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Oh, sick.
So real quickly as you're coming by, ovens, we're talking about conveyor systems. So the hardware kitchen's in here. We're walking into the dough room. Come up through here, so mixer. Anybody recognize this machine?
Oh, that's a mixer. Isn't that supposed to be isn't that supposed to be a mixer?
It is a mixer. It's just like when you have a home, only a lot bigger. Just keep coming. So ovens on your right over here. Mixer. This is a press. This is how we flatten our dough. It smashes it. There's some distinct advantages to that. I'll be happy to talk to you about if anybody's wondering why we don't use a roller or a hand toss instead of that. Come on back. Things stored in there, food things.
Oh,
Storage.
that's crazy. Crazy. Oh, look at that pizza. Look at that pizza. I love pizza. I love pizza.
Oh, there's a step here. Be careful.
Oh, I haven't been here before. When I used to be here last time, I didn't remember this room. It's dark in here.
Dates together.
Wait, have I been here before? I don't know. I think these are extra rooms. Extra rooms.
Keep coming. Come in a little tighter so we can all be in this room. So does anybody remember my last location? Anybody remember where we were over by the home place?
I do. You had the train that went along the scene.
Right. All right. So that location was 3,500 square feet. I swore if I ever moved, I'd go to a smaller location because that was a lot of floor to sweep and mop every night. So anybody idea how big this store is?
60,000.
What's that?
60,000 square feet.
60, that'd be a huge.
Yeah.
4,400. So it's almost 1,000 square feet bigger than our last location. But a lot of that's right here. So that's one of the reasons why we separated this dining room off the way we did it. We use this as an overflow dining room and a private party room. So you can reserve this room if you want to have a birthday party back here or a meeting or something like that. It keeps us from having to clean it, the whole place every night. So we're almost exactly the same square footage we used to be at the old place. So it's still a pretty big place to sweep and mop and clean and do all that. But this is a nice facility for being able to do that. The next area is our game room. Why do we have a game room? Any idea?
So people can play games.
Games on here.
Good idea.
It's a great money maker.
You want people to stay in your restaurant?
Well, like, do some buying.
Why should I still have my Oh,
I'm serious
crap.
about that question. Though. Do you want people to stay in
Oh.
your restaurant?
No, well, like, it depends. 'Cause
Thank
there's
God.
Space. You want more people coming in, so you want to try to get them out as fast as possible if you can.
Who's familiar with Subway? That's their philosophy. Okay, get them in and get them out. They do not want you to stay at all in the Subway. What color is Subway on the inside?
Green.
And yellow.
I had a feeling it was green and yellow.
It's not appetizing.
It's offensive. It's purposefully offensive. That's part of their plan. Is they want you to come in and they want you to feel not so great when you're in there about the atmosphere. Of course, they want you to like their food, but then they want you to go away. Okay, so they can have a smaller location. They want you in and out and do that. So it's a different kind of thing. A coffee shop, on the other hand, they want you to stick around and continue to and hang out and chat. And a bar is the same type of atmosphere. They want you to stay and continue to spend money there. Okay. So we're neither one of those types of places. So I wouldn't say the games are necessarily trying to get you to stay, but they are to get you to come here. So if you've been to arcades recently, arcades are pretty expensive these days. Ours is much cheaper than most because we're not necessarily trying to make money on the arcade. It's just a draw to bring the families here to get them to want to come and to be a place to have a birthday party and that sort of thing and to do that. So we're not trying to make a ton of money on an arcade. We do hope it at least breaks even though, because those machines are pretty pricey. If you're looking at like a sit-down driver game, they run about $12,000 per chair to buy those games. So it's not cheap to get into that. When I first started in the business, I didn't have the money for that, and we used a vendor to supply games with us, and we graduated from there. We own all our own equipment now. So when you go past the game room, there's about $200,000 worth of investment in that room alone, just in the equipment. So it's another one of those things like, is this something worth doing or not? Interestingly, it's kind of a thing that's phasing out, right? Where do you guys play video games? Yeah, you play somewhere at home or wherever, right? And so this is more of a novelty of doing it when you're out in public kind of thing and doing some of those things. So that's one reason you're not seeing the latest, greatest games sitting there, because I'm not going to drop another couple $100,000 just to have cutting edge stuff that you're really not going to be interested in anyway. So that's a lot how that works. You've seen our token though? We have a token. I'm going to grab you guys some. Give me a minute. You come in this way.
The game machine. The game machine.
You hand everybody a token. Yeah, just give me a token. Everybody a token.
Thank you. Oh.
Come on in. You guys can come on in.
Ooh. I think I remember this machine. I want to get some of them. Oh, there's a Skittles egg. I want to get that Skittles egg.
Get that, Jacob. Get the skills.
That's good. What's ironic?
Oh, do you guys dare to do this? You guys want to do this first?
Come guys.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah. Want to get some candy? It's 50 cents a play.
You can use mine if you want.
Oh, are we supposed to use them? I don't know.
Are we all in here?
I'm not going to. It doesn't allow
So, why do we have tokens? Somebody tell me what.
To play games.
But why don't you just use a quarter? Why don't we just use a quarter?
Because if you put a quarter into the machine, it won't work. So you need to put it into the machine
It
first.
actually will work with a quarter. My machines will take a quarter or a token because my philosophy is I want your money any way you're going to be willing to give it to me, right? So this is a custom coin mech actually that will take our token or a quarter. But there's a specific reason. If you look at the token, what's on it?
No cash value.
What's on the other side?
R&R.
Yeah, there's my logo on there, right? So this is a form of advertising for me. If you found that on the street, would you pick it up? It's a coin, right? You're going to pick it up. If you came here and you bought $5 worth and you didn't use them all, are you going to throw them away?
No.
Why not?
Because
yeah, because they have some value, right? A coin has some intrinsic value that's kind of wired into us. We do this. So if you're carrying a coin around or you have it in your drawer at home and it's got my logo in it, it's going to remind you to come back here, right? So that's one way we advertise to do that. And then, of course, there's the other benefit of the games really don't have a lot of money in them. They're just a bunch of brass tokens. So it's a little less incentive to break into them and try to steal them, right? Which is something we have had happen in our restaurants before. Not here, but in other locations. And so that's something we would want to avoid. So it's kind of a dual purpose thing. But it's an advertising thing. There's a lot in a logo. Why is a logo important? Okay. So what kind of logos are out there? Who's wearing a logo? I see a logo on a shirt right here. Why is he advertising for this company? I like it. Okay, you like it. Okay, so you're endorsing that company, right? He's wearing a logo on a shirt here too. Who else has got logos they're packing around? Vans. I see different logos.
You like my shirt?
Cool shirt, man.
Thank you.
So, why are we willing to do this? Why are we willing to walk around as billboards for companies?
Because they build their brands for themselves.
Yeah, they built a brand. We like it. So it's this one, I think, particularly. You're wearing Under Armour, right? So they built a brand. Wasn't easy to do. They had to compete with Nike, right? They've done a pretty good job. Nike's done an amazing job over the years. It's expensive. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to do. And once you've got a logo that someone's going to recognize, I understood what this logo was. You guys probably all know what my logo is. You recognize it and you understand what it means. I hope it makes you hungry when you see my logo. I hope it makes you hungry when you cross the railroad tracks and see a railroad sign.
I get hungry when I see a pizza box.
Cool. That's a good plan, right? So that was very intentional in ours that a railroad sign is part of our logo, and hoping that as you see that around, you'll remember us. Not just be safe as you cross the railroad tracks, but you'll remember our logo and do that. So somebody about your age designed that logo for us about 30 years ago. We paid him for it. Any idea what we'd pay for a logo like that? Remember, we were broke at the time. We paid $50 for it. One of our employees said, "Look at this. What do you think?" We said, "Yeah, that's pretty cool. We take $50 for that." He said, "Yeah." And so we paid him $50 and we used it for the last 30 years. I think he wished we would have paid him more for it now. It's a pretty good logo.
What happens if you put this coin back in this machine?
It won't go in. There's no place to put it. But anyway, logos are important, and some are iconic. Coca-Cola's got a good logo. Mercedes has a good logo. It's things you're going to recognize wherever you see. You're going to know what it is, and that's an important thing. If you're going to try to build a brand, a logo is important. Even if it's a psychology office or an attorney's office, logos can be very important.
There's logos on fast food places.
There is. Yeah. Very recognizable in most cases, right?
Yes.
If you saw the Burger King logo without the words Burger King, you would still recognize it, right? Yeah. Jack in the Box has been changing their logo a lot over the years, so theirs gets kind of confusing. Maybe that's because they don't want you to remember the people that died in the 80s eating a Jack in the Box. So, logos are important. Any questions?
Just a question. Again, you're restaurants, a certain type of restaurant, obviously. When Burger King and Jack in the Box came in and opened up, the business taking a little bit of a gas.
No, we didn't notice that at all. A good thing with that, we have a restaurant in Marana on Senderio Road right off the freeway. When that restaurant went in there, there was a grocery store, a laundromat, a bar, and a Circle K. That was it there. McDonald's moved in across the street. When they did, the owners of that restaurant were extremely worried this is going to be horrible, and they said, wait and watch. Okay? Because what does McDonald's do well?
Bad food.
That.
And they've got a big logo that they stick up way high in a pole that'll get people to pull off the freeway, right? And then when they get off the freeway and they can see a better alternative, that's what a lot of them are going to choose. A lot of them are going to go for that safe McDonald's because they know what it is. But others are going to say, hey, you know what? We didn't really want McDonald's. We just recognized there was food here, so we're going to get off and eat there. So now there's a Jack in the Box and a Subway and all kinds of things there. And everything has brought business levels higher and higher and higher, not lower and lower and lower. So you need traffic of every kind. How do I do what? Oh, I hire a mint to do that. Yeah, there's a minting company. Yeah, I actually just bought 10,000 of those coins. Unfortunately, they're more expensive than ever with inflation and everything. They cost me almost 20 cents a piece to mint that coin. So there's not really a savings over having a bunch of quarters to having tokens other than the advertising perspective of it. So yeah, they're unfortunately, when I started, they were like 8 cents and now they're 18 and a half. So unfortunately, inflation is real. Good question though. Anything else? So you guys are going to eat, right?
We were going to go into this tool. They were going to let us, they're going to take us through theirs, and then we were going to come back here and eat if that's okay.
Sure. I was just going to say, if you have any more questions, I'd be happy to answer them as you're around doing other things. So go see the fuel station and learn how that works. That's an interesting one. Ask them why they're changing their fuel tanks. That's the reason I'm not in the fuel business. They have to because of they don't have to, but he may tell you about it. They've got some incentives to do it. They don't really have to do it right now. I know the owners there pretty well, but when they bought that business, I asked them, why would you do this? Why would you ever be in the fuel business? Because underground fuel tanks are expensive, and you have to change them, and they're kind of scary.
Well,
so it's an interesting thing.
The government helps you pay for them. Well, not all of it, but like
They do have an incentive to help them right now, but yeah, if you ever believe the government is helping you do anything, you need to rethink that wrong. So, yeah, the government's not there to help. So anyway, yeah, go learn about that. They're getting ready to open a new convenience store over there. They're going to spend a lot of money in a big remodel and how things are going to work. It's really interesting what they're doing over there right now. So they're going to spend a lot of money over there. So it'd be interesting to know how that works for them.
Yeah, we're just going to walk over. We're not going to make her drive the bus around the corner. That's silly. So it's okay if we leave the bus there.
Yeah, and you probably ought to just go right down the alley right here. Is your best way over there.
Thanks.
Right, let's go.
That's soon.
Mr. Barker, what time are we eating?
When we get back here, Jacob, I don't know what time that'll be, but when we get back here, we'll eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Clear the machine.
Walking on the street. Oh, somebody dropped their coin. Okay, who's on about that? Burger, cheeseburger, 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 burger. No, that's not my coin. I thought that was my coin, but that was somebody else's. Keep dropping my coins. The king was on about you.
You were! I was just trying to walk in the middle. You guys were going. Okay. So you could walk together.
Oh, there it is. The Benson fuel right over there. Hey, King, who's on the budget? I'm gonna get that song stuck in my head. Hello. The Benson. I saw the Benson fuel. It's over there. Burger, cheeseburger, 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 cheese.
Venus.
Venus. Ooh. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. Did Mr. Barker heard that?
What?
Did Mr. Barker heard what they said?
I don't know.
Yeah. There's the ice cream shop right over there. Run away! Run as fast as you can! Why does it keep rotating like that? Stop rotating! Maybe I should have used my other one so it doesn't rotate as much.
Don't worry, guys, I'm trying. Does the time go up every single time you push it? Oh, well, why does it matter?
I'm waiting. Wait, what's the reward?
What the?
He's hugging it back.
Keep pressing the button! Keep pressing the button! Keep pressing the button! Alright, this is where we're supposed to go, I believe, so. That's in fuel. Dude, I should have used my. You know what? I don't care. What a nice smell.
No, come here.
Like a king who's on a budget. The ice cream shop right over there. There's a Benson fuel. It's cool. It's a cool place. Cool place.
I didn't even know we were going. That's why.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
That's so good. They're streaming?
Yeah.
They're streaming right now?
Yep.
You're streaming? Can I say hi to your stream?
Yeah, say hi.
Hi! Hi, Jacob Stream.
The same thing I say in my football players. If you move any slower, you'd be going backwards. I don't know if that is humanly possible.
Should I do another stream or should I keep doing streaming on here?
I think you should keep streaming on there.
Yeah, but you
For like 10 more minutes and then switch your stream.
it's been like 48 minutes.
Oh, okay, then switch your stream.
Should I actually do that?
Yeah, you should switch your stream.
Like change to another app?
Yeah, change to another app and start streaming on another app.
Alright, cause yeah. I'm gonna.
Really small store.
And so we'll probably take half of you, and we'll go through that part. I'll take half of you, and we'll go around the pumps and show you what all's going on around here. And switch. And but we sure appreciate you coming. Before we get started, is there any questions that you have before we even get started? Okay. Are you going to buy pizza first today? The rich neighbors over here are going to do that, all right? No. You are going to pizza today, right? Yeah, we're just going to there and we're going to go back. All right, cool. Well, that's a good deal. We'll see if we can find a soda or something for you.
There's Jordan right over there.
How long do you want us to take?
The huge, massive. I want to try to stream it for like 2 hours or whatever.
2 hours?
Okay. 2 hours, yeah. I want to try to stream for 2 hours on this stage because I've been streaming for 15 minutes. So I don't know if I can switch it.
Oh wow.
I can still do this though. I can still do this.
That's cool. Right down here, if you want to go that way, that way.
Oh, are you being Jordan's group?
And that part will follow Mrs. Hone, and I'll take the rest of the group.
Somebody just stepped over there.
All right. Good. You can follow Mrs. Hone, and I'll take the rest of it.
What? Wait.
Go ahead.
Which one's my group?
All right.
Which one?
To that guy and just talk.
All right.
Mr. Parker, which group am I on?
It doesn't matter.
You're fine.
You're right there. All right. So, I don't know if any of you have been around gas stations very much or anything like that, but we'll show you a little bit of the equipment, talk a little bit of the cost, what it takes to keep it running, things like that. Maybe you've already heard this. I know you went to the junction, and but anyway, if you've heard it and it's getting too boring, just say, hey, we've already heard this, all right? So let's go right over here. We can take this alleyway up here.
Look at that. Ice. I would like to get some ice. Icy ice. Look, the ice is 10 labs, or 10 pounds.
Okay, so when you go to gas stations, there's several different kinds of pumps. There's a 3-pump dispenser. This here is what we call a 3-in-1. The reason it's called the 3-in-1 is because you have 3 gasoline products and you have 1 diesel product, and it can all pump. That's one of the things that we think we're set up really good for, is we have diesel on all 10 of our pumps. Now, the thing that's really crazy about that is we've got diesel on all 10 pumps, but there's not very many diesel trucks that can fit in this little alleyway right here. And that's why we're getting ready to expand our school. And so is what will end up happening is we will have the same configuration, only this store will be totally gone. And then we're going to slide these pumps over, we're going to pull those off of that street, slide them over, so that big vehicles can access all 10 pumps. Motor homes, we have a lot of motor homes in this town, RVs, stuff like that. And we feel like we're losing business because they can't fit in here. The other thing that's bad is our canopy is only 13 feet high. When the big motor homes and stuff come in here, they can't fit underneath it. So we're going to raise this canopy up to 14 feet at the lowest point so that they can all fit under here, because we feel like we're losing a lot of business. Now the catch to that is, one of these new pumps right here is between $60,000 and $80,000. This canopy that we're going to be putting up, the first bid we got was $120,000. So if we did 10 pumps, let's say $60,000 each, how much is that? 600,000. Then you put a canopy on top of that. That's another 100,000. All of a sudden, we got $700,000, and I don't have that in my pocket today. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to keep these same pumps. They're working good. Everybody knows how to use them. That'll save us $600,000. The canopy, we have to do that. But that kind of gives you an idea on what the cost, the operating cost of one of these pumps are. Now you probably wonder, you may have heard a lot about scams. People scamming credit cards and stuff like that. Today I took all of my stickers off, but we have stickers. Here's a piece of one right here. And whenever we get into this machine, we put a new sticker on it that has a serial number and we report it in there. And if this seal is broke anytime, we know that somebody's been in this machine that's not operating. And so we check these. That's the first thing I do every morning is I go around and I make sure all of these pumps are secure. Okay? And I'll just let you peek inside here. Probably nothing really fancy, but you've probably never seen inside of a gas pump. Now I'll tell you a little story about a friend. Well, we was leasing a gas station up in Yarnell or Peoples Valley. And we're not leasing that anymore, and somebody else owns it. And I'll tell you what happened to them the other day. Is when people come and work on these pumps, they have a computer that can override the credit card system and things like that, and make it work without sliding your card in it. Somebody got a hold of one of those. They went up to that gas station in the middle of the night, they went and overrode the system, and they pumped 700 gallons of diesel fuel during night. Now you put that $4.50 times 700, those people just lost a ton of money. And that's why we want to make these things so secure, is because they can run. Now, it's kind of complicated in there, huh? Lots of moving wires and stuff like that. They're actually a pretty simple machine. There's lots of wires that I have no clue what they're for. I know what certain ones are for. I know that some of them go to our printer, and I know which one shuts the whole pump off in case I have to reboot it or something like that. I try to do as much maintenance as I can because it saves us money. If I have to call a tech out, that's very expensive.
So what do you do?
So I try to do as much as I can. There's certain things, the card reader, I can't work on them. You've got to be licensed so that you encrypt the proper code so that nobody can come in here and just take the credit card information. But that's kind of what the inside of a pump looks like. Down in here is all the plumbing, and that's where all of the gas comes from. Our tanks are right over there right now, and they're just piped in. It's just a big plumbing system. So that's kind of what the inside of a tank looks like, or of a pump. Now it's interesting. Any questions so far? It's interesting how things turn out. Like I say, these tanks or these pumps are between $60,000 and $80,000 a piece. Are you ditching? You just got busted.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I'm calling Miss Jessica right now.
Wait, who's Mrs. Jessica again?
So, anyway,
Oh.
but I got shopping around and I asked one of my guys that works on the pump, I said, you know where there's any used pumps around? He said, you know, I just worked on a store that got brand new pumps, the pumps wasn't that old. He gave me their number and I bought these pumps for $1,500. So sometimes you get lucky. And the point that I bring that up for is when you're in business and you have people that know what they're doing and you're a little bit green in it,
Hello.
ask questions. Figure out what you don't know. And know it can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned is, because I didn't know this. I told you guys, I used to train racehorses. That did not correlate with this at all. Yeah.
I have a question. What does this do? I never saw this before.
This thing right here?
No. This.
This? Okay, this here, if we had our speakers hooked up, we don't do it. But you could push that button and talk to the attendant inside.
Oh, okay.
They're not hooked up. But that's a good question. This one here is to tap with your credit card. If you don't want to run your credit card in there, you just tap it and you can pay that way or use your phone. Okay, great question. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, so one of the things that we're going to show you is the vision we have for this store. In a little bit, we're going to trade, and you will see how small this store is if you haven't ever been in there. It's really, really tiny. We can't fit all of the products that we need to satisfy all of our customers in that little store. So our vision is all of that is coming down, and all of this is going to become our convenience store. And we'll walk over there.
Look at this. Don't wait, inflate. That's cool.
I take it back.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, as you can tell, we are just barely getting started on the convenience store. That part right there is going to become a bakery. And we've got a person that's going to lease that and run his bakery. We'll probably have the bakery opened up, we hope sometime in the first part of May. We was hoping that it would be opened up 6 months ago. But with the way things are, supply issues, everything like that, it just doesn't happen very fast. And so, but we are getting so close, we've got it painted, we're putting the floor in, and we're getting ready to open that up. This part, yes.
What does this used to be?
This used to be an automobile shop. You can see we've still got a lift there. I've got that lift sold. There was another lift just like that one sitting right here. When we bought it, the very first time we looked at this station, we looked at it and we said, this really has great potential. We love the location. It's right at a stoplight where people have to slow down and pull in. We're right at the corner. We're fairly close to a school. What a great location. We felt like, and then they came over and we was touring the buildings and they came over and we lifted these doors up and we said, this is where the convenience store should be. We're looking right out over our pumps. We can see all of our pumps. All of this will be glass. This whole thing will be glass, and we'll be able to see all of the pumps. Then we'll have 4 times, our store will become about 4 times bigger than the one that's in there. We're going to have this whole area, and then one more bay on the other side of that wall. That wall will come out, and that will all. The other thing that we don't have in our store is a walk-in cooler. And that creates a lot of extra labor when you don't have a walk-in cooler. Because when we have to restock, we have to go in, pull all of the old product out, put the new product in the back, and put it all back in. That creates a whole bunch of time and effort. In a walk-in cooler, you walk in from the back, you see the empty shelves, you just start filling them. And it also cuts down on the cost of outdated products because our rotation is so much better. When you don't, yes.
This looks like a warehouse but without the windows.
What's that?
This looks like a warehouse but without the windows.
Without the windows, that's kind of what it is right now. And we're going to turn it into a convenience store with a whole bunch of windows. So that's great. And so that's part of our thought process about building this new convenience store is we're going to cut down on our labor costs. We're going to have all the products that people need. We're going to be able to satisfy our customers better with our new pump system. And hopefully with all of that said, we will see the money that we're going to spend come back. That's our big concern, is we're spending a whole bunch of money that we hope draws enough customers to pay us back. All right, any questions?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, what are you going to do with this guy right here?
This guy right here, you want it, don't you?
No, I'm thinking
No.
like sell it, maybe.
We are going to sell it. We sold this one. That one is already sold. They just have to come and pick it up. And we've been able to recoup a lot of cost with some of those things that we've been able to sell. And great question, but that's what we are going to do with that, is sell it. And I've had probably 20 people want to buy that because it makes it so much easier to work on their cars at home. Okay, Brother Barton, Mr. Barton.
So, when you say you're turning this out all the way back to the alley?
Yes.
Are you taking everything out back to the alley to open all of that up?
Yes.
And including this back building here then?
Okay, this back building here, we're going to keep that. The guy that is leasing our bakery is going to live there.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
He's operating a bakery that he's got to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning, come and bake goods.
Yeah.
He gets up, he walks across the dill,
Yeah.
and he's here.
Okay.
So we're going to keep that, but all of that's going to go away.
Right.
And then the other thing is that will create so much more access from Patagonia.
Right.
Which is another thing that we really get balled up in here, and there's some workers over there.
Okay.
So that's the other thing that will do, is allow people to move in and out of here a lot more freely.
Okay. So with your air and your water, then now where do you have to move that to accommodate what you're doing?
Yes. Okay. That's the other thing that is one of my pet peeves. When I go to a gas station, I hate to pay for air.
Right.
Right. And then with those pumps, matter of fact, we're coming to get that air compressor, and you can see I moved my own in over there.
Right.
People can come and get free air anytime they want.
Okay.
We're going to have air and water at our base.
Okay.
So that when people come in, they gas up, they need a little water for a radiator, they need some air for their tires, they can get it right there. They don't have to go anywhere else, and it's gonna be a good compressor
Right,
that they're gonna get air in their tires.
right, okay.
Okay, great question.
Now, again, just because she works at Junction.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
what Liz went through out here at the Chevron.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep your tanks underground, or are you going to put new tanks in and put them above ground?
Okay, great question. At our store that we had up in Yarnell, we had an above ground tank. That is so nice to have above ground tanks. There are several reasons. Because number one, if you have your tanks above ground, the state does not monitor you near as much. The EPA regulations are cut way, way down. The other thing is, and that's the reason why the state doesn't regulate you, is you can visualize your tanks and you can see if you have a leak or if you don't have a leak in those tanks. And so I wish, getting to your question, I wish we could put them above ground, but we don't have the space. So is what we're going to do. Our tanks are sitting right over there right now.
Okay.
Those tanks are going to be moved over there where the house and where my wife's car is.
Okay.
Okay? Now, the purpose for that is when a big fuel truck comes in here, where our tanks are at right now, he blocks that middle bay right there.
Right.
Nobody can come in here and fuel while he's doing that.
Right.
We're going to have him filling our tanks up over there. It doesn't restrict any traffic flow whatsoever.
And it doesn't restrict the store either. Yeah.
And the store is wide open. There's all the parking here.
Yes.
And things will operate so much smoother.
Right. Okay.
Now, and there again, you may have heard from Liz how expensive those underground tanks are. Our underground tanks are going to cost us about $60,000 each, and we're getting 2 of them. So that puts us in the poorhouse. But we hope that we're in the poorhouse for a little while, and it starts to come back to us. Okay?
Yeah.
Great questions. Any other questions? Okay. Now, and I know I'm throwing a lot of figures out at you guys, but I want you to understand how expensive it is to run one of these stores. With Liz, I know that she run into a little bit of problems. It looked like they had to maybe dig up some lines after they got them down or something. I don't know what all. That makes me very nervous because while we're doing all of this, we're going to be down for at least 45 days, probably 2 months. That means we have no income. Maybe by the end of that period, I might not be quite as fat as I am right now, all right? I might not be eating very good. But it might be a forced diet. But we know that it's worth it in the long run. After we do all of these improvements, we should have a lot of equity in our station. And that's what we're trying to do, is build up some equity. Who knows what the word equity really means? What is equity? Any thoughts on equity? That's going to be a big word if you get running your business. When you buy a house, when you buy a car, equity is the difference between how much money you owe versus the value of your house, your business, or your car. So if I've got a business that's worth $400,000 and I owe $300,000, I have $100,000 in equity. That's what equity is. So is what we're doing is we're going to be putting a lot of money into it, and by the time we're done, we hope that we will have some equity because we've done all of these improvements. We hope that the value of this property improves more than what we're going to put into it. That's what our hope is. Now, you've already heard that we're probably going to spend about $750,000. Then, we have to purchase this property. That cost us about $425,000. That's well over $1 million that we've got invested in this property. Now, I want you to know that I just didn't reach into my pocket and say, here's your $1,000, go spend it. We have to borrow some of that money. And that's what the banks look at, is they say, well, are you going to have any equity? If you can't make your payments and we take over this business, are we going to be stuck with a $400,000 business that is costing us $1 million? They won't loan money on that. But if you can show them that this is going to be worth $1,500,000, and I'm just throwing figures out, that's not what this will be worth. $1,500,000, and we've got $1 million into it, then we're going to have $500,000 of equity in the building, in the property. The banks will say, oh, that's a pretty big deal. We can loan on that type of property. And that's the same way it is when you go to buy a car. The banks are going to say, how much money do you have down to put down? You're going to say, well, I got $500. They're going to say, well, you can probably get a $1,500 car. Or if you say, I've got $5,000 to put down, they're going to say, oh, okay, you've saved up some money. You can probably buy a $30,000 or a $40,000. Because they know that they have equity in that car and you don't make the payments, they can take the car and sell it and they get their money back. Equity is a huge thing in life and especially in business. Equity is the key. If you can keep building your equity in whatever business you have, you'll be successful. And that, yes.
What if you ran out of gas before you? What if you ran out of gas when you're really close to the gas station?
Good question, and that has happened here of late. Is that really hurts your business? Is what happens there. Here of late, gas supply has been pretty tight, and for instance, on premium. Usually I can call and order one day and the next day my gas is here. Lately on premium, I call one day and I might get it 5 days later. And that really puts me in a bind because I usually sell out before I get that next load. Then your customers aren't happy. They go to a different place and you lose out on money. And it's not that I lost that sale that day. It's that I probably lost that customer for the next year. And that's the important thing about having product, whether it's gas, whether it's candy bar, chips, soda, whatever, is if the customer comes in and you don't have that product that day, they're probably not coming back. And that's why it's important for us to get a big enough store that a customer can walk in and say, I know they're going to have what I need. Okay? Any other questions? Great questions.
So, you get everything done, you get open back up, so because you're expanding your store, you got the bakery, hopefully more business with the farms. Now, so as you look to the future, are you anticipating having to hire like more employees? Are you going to have to go down that road, or with your wife, yourself, and the employees you have, will you be able to continue to manage your business at the same level of customer service that your customers expect?
Great question. Yes, we will probably have to increase our employees, the number of employees that we have a little bit. And that's one thing about a bigger store. There are employees, and you'll learn about what they do over there, but they can do the same thing in this big store. And it really probably won't take a whole bunch more employees running this big store than it will that one. And that's part of the thing that we have to weigh. Now, we will probably have to have an extra employee doing the ordering and the inventory and that type of thing.
My stuff.
Oh.
We had to tell them, don't ask us that because that's part of Brett's.
Oh, all right. Don't ask that question.
Yeah, it's part of what we're saying in there.
Okay, that's great. Good question. We hope we get it answered. Are you ready for them to come over here? All right, I'll meet them over there. Thank you.
All right.
I feel like it's something to drink. Yo, I want one. I want one.
Oh, you hold it for me?
You got like a French
Oh,
fry.
thank you.
Yeah, this is kind of a taste. This is kind of fun. I've never been in here before.
Gracie, did you see that officer out there?
Yeah, wait,
He
you
was
get
at
got
my car
monster
yesterday. They'll give you a free candy bar. Yeah.
Wait, they get a free
Oh, you're
Go in there and tell her that's where you know. Hey Jacob.
Hello. How do you get the drink?
You buy it?
Oh, I am.
walking. No, don't.
Okay.
Yo,
It is. All right.
look at that candy.
Oh, I can see that.
Hey,
What?
that way.
I'll go over it. Go up this. Okay.
Here. Hey Jacob,
Hello.
you like it back here?
I do like it. It's nice and calm. I hear the trains though.
The train.
Does the train come every day?
It comes multiple times a
Like
day.
40, 72 days a day.
That's what I heard when I first came here.
72?
Yeah.
You counting them?
No, and we were told that that's how many times both directions. Is this everybody?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, if we lost one, it's okay. They'll find their way back.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you can see that this is a very small store, and it's going to be a lot bigger since you saw over there. But so when we first took over this store, a lot of this product wasn't here, and we didn't have as many things for sale out there. There wasn't as many drink dispensers or candy and chip racks or anything like that, sunglasses. So we've tried to add as much as we can for the size that we are. Yes.
How much are the drinks?
They're 67 cents.
67 cents. I think I have enough. I have $10.
Okay, why don't we do that afterwards, Ben?
Alright.
Yeah. Perfect.
And so when we first took over, that hole was filled in because we had renters in that house. But the desk sat right here. So the business was trying to be done here, right by everything that was going on. And all this stuff was spread out into the back and stuff like that. So gradually we moved our desks over here to get a little more privacy for what we had to do. But because we kept adding more product, we finally made that hole there so that we could at least have a separate office and have more product here. One of the things that I do is I do all the book work for the business, and so that is stuff that has to be done on a daily basis. I don't know if you guys are familiar with QuickBooks, but a lot of smaller businesses use that. But one thing I would advise you as a small business owner, you still need a bookkeeper that can help you stay on top of all your monthly things that have to happen, because there's so many things that have to be done on a monthly and quarterly and annually basis. Also, you'll need an accountant, because the accountants would do your taxes and stuff like that. Yes? We have a question? Any question so far? Okay.
Well, actually, okay, so, again, because we just, proximity to service, proximity to Tucson, so when you say you use an accountant, you have a lawyer, you have a bookkeeper, do you use local people, or do you use some from Tucson, or do you stay locally
We
for
try
those
to
services?
stay local for everything, especially since we're a locally owned business. We try to keep everything local. So our bookkeeper is somebody from in town, and I'm going into our 8th year of owning a business, and this is the first year that I hired a bookkeeper, and it makes a big difference. And that's just good to double check the figures that you have and to not let anything slip through the cracks. Like if you miss any tax forms that you're supposed to file, that's bad news if you get behind on that. It's good to always have a business on an office on site so that you can keep in touch with everything that's going on in your business. I do most of my stuff from home now, but it's best to have a place where you can do business at the location of your business. Also, Jo, who's coming back, she's our inventory clerk. She originally was a cashier and had been here for years before we took over. So we are lucky that she wanted to stay employed because she knew the ins and outs. It just was on that. And
Just your legs have standing out.
and so she's going to tell you a little bit about what she does.
Just. Sit down, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. Thank you. What are okay, there's your bracelet back. When you figure out where your wallet's at, you come see me and Joanne, okay? And we'll try to help you figure out what's going on.
What was the bracelet?
Just got out of the hospital. And you can't find it.
Okay, I think it's back up there. So. All right, I have turned the time over to you.
Okay, sorry. I basically do all the ordering for the store. And it's one that you have to play as a guessing game, because I don't know how many sodas they're going to drink or cigarettes. But you get an idea the more you go along and can adjust up or down with those. And I do the inventory, which is done basically weekly right now because of when I go through to do orders. Yes.
Will this place get bigger in the future?
Yes. Remember being over? Did they show you the new store over there?
I did see it, yes.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go. It'll be a lot bigger.
They're all $1, but I don't know how much. They're $1.
Oh.
Straight. I don't know how to play that.
You're ordering every week, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with any tobaccos and the drinks, yeah, it fluctuates up and down. The inventory, course, it's gonna fluctuate up and down, and by doing it weekly, we don't have to have so much of
Hi,
the
I'm
stock,
sorry.
so we don't have
Good,
to
how are
have
you, man?
extra funds tied up in our stock.
Yeah, I've been fine.
Thank
you.
Part of what Joe does too is she makes sure if we have products that's not selling, she brings it to our attention and says, hey, we haven't sold this, or it's taken this long to sell this, how they've got new products. She works really close with the
Like the
vendors.
sales reps, that they let me know of new products or price increases that I have to, of course, let Brett and Pamela know. And then on every week when we get our orders, I go through the prices. And anything that's increased,
You too, bye-bye.
I let Brett and Pamela know that we're gonna have to go up. So they're still making a profit, but not losing.
Thank you. Have a good day.
When I was at the class, I don't remember if you remember me saying you have to figure out how much of a profit you need to make, figure out what your profit's got to be in order to buy everything, plus pay your employees, pay your bills, and things like that. So that's whenever there's a price increase, like on the sodas and things like that, she basically knows what that has to change to. But we still keep in contact on that so that we're all on the same page on it.
Yeah, recently when all of the cigarettes went up, I just did a spreadsheet, and they knew what they cost, what we're selling them for, what we need to go up to, and they do look over it, and if they want to change some, then they do. I always wait for their okay before I put them into the system at the new price. When Brett and Pamela are out of town or have things that they're doing, I treat the store like it's my own. I've been here going on 5 years. And when they're out of town, I do Pamela's baking and keeping the money. The fuel, Brett will still order. They keep in close contact when they're out of town, so they still know what's going on.
Yeah, but every day we have to have the register bags so that everybody starts out with a certain amount of money. So there has to be 2 available every day. So if I'm going to be gone for 4 days, I don't just do four days worth of bags, because we usually only have 2 sets. So we could go 2 days without doing any extra register bags, but that's another thing that she has to do while we're gone. Sometimes with her being doing the inventory and then giving me those lists to actually do some of the orders, like the grocery list that we physically go to Tucson and shop for. And the reason we do that is so that we can keep the cost down. If we're purchasing it, we can look around for sales instead of having everything shipped in, whereas then we're just stuck with what we have to charge for that. There's certain items that we go to 4 or 5 different stores so that we can keep the price down. Sometimes one of our biggest vendors are Core-Mark, and I do that. It's an app on my phone that I order. Sometimes I'm scrolling through, and if I push too hard, it pushes a number, and so we get the order, and I'm like, I didn't order that. Kind of like these. Obviously, we didn't need these. These boxes were full until the rest of the class took one. So you guys can have a candy bar because obviously I don't need them. But I was going to give you something anyway. But help yourself to a candy bar or 2 before you leave. But yeah, so even after doing this for 8 years, I'm not above mistakes.
When she's doing inventory, understanding she has to take it physically, but you track it digitally. Then she said she enters things. And she's got a spreadsheet, so you track your inventory digitally, and as you get a readout.
Well, right now it's not that complex. We just have a list of everything in the store, and she'll go down and handwrite it. But my other store was bigger, and so we had to where she in the new one she'll go with a laptop and she'll go in digitally and change everything right there. I mean, it's on wheels, and she'll go through and do everything digitally for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she'll do the orders straight from those
From the
spreadsheets.
laptop,
Yeah,
right.
straight
Okay.
from the laptop.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So this is kind of being this small of a store has kind of forced us to still stay in
In the 20th century instead of 21st, right?
Right, exactly. So
Is there a learning curve to running a store?
it's definitely I don't know, like we said in the classroom, we had never ever done anything like this. He was a racehorse trainer and I worked for Park Service for 28 years. And so it was definitely something that we had to definitely look to make sure, is it something we thought we could do?
I'll take
Will we be able to take on that? Because we had to be trained, like that's a job that Joe does, training the employees. We actually had to go and be trained in everything before we took over the store, so.
So as you do inventory, because I mean we can see it here, it's right in front of us. So your approach to doing business, your approach to running the store, understanding is small, I get that. But do you allow yourself to get down to 5 bottles of lemonade and now it's time to order, or you get down to 10 bottles of lemonade and now it's, okay, now we got to order.
Right.
We got to get that in so that we don't run out, so that we're not having customers upset because we don't have them. My question is, how do you gauge what you do and when you order? How do you do that?
The ordering, Coke products, their order is placed on Thursdays. We get deliveries Monday. Pepsi comes in on Wednesdays. My alcohol guy comes in on Wednesdays. Cigarette, tobacco, it's all done on Tuesdays.
I just care about the beer.
It's all done on Tuesdays, and yeah, it does get this last week, this past Wednesday, but the one before, even though I ordered 15 cartons of cigarettes, my supplier didn't have them.
Oh,
So I call them,
Mr.
we're gonna
Barker?
get them later today.
but you're
We run to Tucson to go
I need
get
to
them
ask him
because I
something.
can't afford
Right.
To lose the customers.
Yeah.
right.
But
Yeah.
Like, if I
too,
can, like, when
if
can I
a
have
salesman
another
comes in
train?
on a Tuesday, but the order's not gonna come in until Friday, we have to project what we're gonna sell between now and then, so that we can
That's the
order.
word I was looking for.
Right.
Project. Thank you.
Right,
You can
so
buy it then?
sometimes it's like, I look at the order.
Yeah,
I have
that's
the order
that's
done.
I have $10, so that's
That's
amazing.
because
So that's
she knows from
it's
doing
enough
my
for one
inventory all the
thing.
time, we're gonna sell.
Didn't they say it was 67 cents?
Because I do some ordering.
That's very cheap.
That's exactly what she
And it
You
gets
got it
difficult.
on hand and
I'll
how
tell
much
you
you
when, is that
usually
okay?
go through.
Alright.
You have a holiday weekend, but
right.
between when the,
I
like,
also take into consideration,
And
we know a
sometimes
lot
you
of
end up
people that get paid
selling
on the
more
first
one week
of the month.
than the other, you know. Just, yeah.
When it comes to the end of the month, right around paycheck time, I always order heavy because I know I'm gonna go through, especially on my tobacco.
Right. Okay. That's a good point that they need to. Did you all catch what she just said there?
Yeah.
Just about paydays
okay.
at the end of the month and making sure she's a little overstocked on product because she knows that the sales are going to be heavier. It's kind of one of those little things in business that sometimes you don't think about that are important. So one thing, you all notice the digital registers, they're basically their computers. So I can tell you that there was a day when it was like using an electronic calculator. It wasn't like this. And if you hit something wrong, you end up with numbers screwed up all over the place.
But even these, because when if the product's not in and we have to input the item, we still have the power of Instead of hitting
Oh,
$2,
okay.
I could accidentally put in 2,000.
Right, yeah.
And hopefully I catch it and leave a note for Pamela and say,
Right.
hey, I just sold a $2,000 candy bar.
So, something I want, maybe they already understand, I don't know, but something I want them to understand is you balance your drawers every day? Okay. So can you explain to them?
Yeah. So at the end of every shift, they're responsible for writing down, they'll have a starting number from the night before on what their lottery tickets were, what the automotive that we sell outside and here are, and the, what else? The lottery and the automotive. And then the online lottery. So there's a report that she has to run to where I know exactly what she should have sold and collected. Because if we get it audited by the lottery, if our cash register receipt report doesn't match the lottery report, they can take away our privileges of selling lottery. So there are a lot of cross-checking that we do at the end of each shift, and then at the end of the night, I make sure that each shift and the day balances from what the register tells us it should be. If it's off, I look to make sure I accounted for any overrings that they made, so that I can adjust certain prices, certain totals and stuff. But there are a lot of things that it keeps people accountable. Not that you come into a job with people thinking you're going to steal from them. But it's unfortunate that we were told when we first took over our first business that 95% of your loss is from your employees, and that sucks because we trust everybody. So, but that's one. It keeps people accountable. Even when they stock cigarettes, they take off the end of the carton and sign and date it and keep that for me, so I know how many cartons were open, so I know how many should still be there. And then we also have a thing, so if they sell it by the carton, we're not going to have the end of that. But I go through it. There are a lot of double checks to make sure everything balances out.
So in the store,
Cindy, was there any important things she said? Because I was paying attention to food mostly.
does it help you in that way? Does it help
I'm
your
just
store
hungry.
sells because it's a draw? Just get people off the street to come in because they want to buy a lottery ticket. Does that benefit you or not really?
Well, the three biggest sellers that we have are lottery, beer, and cigarettes, and that's what we make the least percentage off of. But we're hoping because people are coming in for that, they buy other things. So we have seen in this last 6 months that even though the price of gas has gone up, our inside sales has stayed up. So that means that now we're not just selling, people aren't just coming in to get fuel, that they're coming in to get other things, which is awesome. Unless 200 of them are buying 67-cent drinks.
So I had asked the question over there, so are you I'd asked the question about anticipating having to increase your staff to maintain your high customer service standards. And
yes.
Maybe they should understand customer service in your business.
And that's what Heather will tell them in just a few minutes when she explains her job.
Okay.
But yes, we are going to be hiring more people. I was telling the other group that in order to sell cigarettes and alcohol, you have to be 18 years old, or you have to have an adult here with you. And so that the reason we've had a lot of applications from people in high school that we would love to hire, but that would defeat our purpose. We wouldn't be able to walk away from here because somebody would have to be here to help for them to make those sales. But after you turn 18, if anybody's interested.
And also, when we get into the new store, we need a stocker.
Right. We're gonna have a walk-in cooler and an ice freezer and the pumps. We're gonna hire somebody in high school because you don't have to be 18 to do that because you won't be cashiering or selling lottery. So if anybody's interested in that, once we open the store in July. feel free to come by and apply. I'm gonna turn the time over to Heather,
So,
cashier.
so your target date for the new store is July.
Because that's when they'll also be tearing out the tanks and doing that. So we want the store to be up and running, so at least we have some kind of income while this is shut down.
Right.
And that is also something that you have to prepare for. If you're gonna have a main source of your
I'm having
business
fun, but
closing
I'm
down
hungry
or
at
not
the same time.
accessible for a little while, you have to be able to make up for that somewhere else or have prepared for it. So I'm gonna turn the time over to our cashier, and if any of you feel like you want to run the register, go right ahead.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You can help one of our customers, the other group bought a bunch of stuff, so they were letting people check them out. So. And also go ahead and grab a candy bar.
Do it. Alright. You're welcome.
Okay, I thought I was a customer.
Dude, can I tell you something? Yesterday I went on streaming. There's this one person in the chat. I just started the stream, and this person said he told me I was lazy. He told me I was a kid.
I'm Heather.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm
He said-
the cashier,
he told
cashier,
me
not
you're
the
a lazy
cashier.
kid.
Because
I'm
I would be
like,
kind
what?
of thinking a lot of myself saying I'm the
What?
cashier. Right? So I got a little bit of cold.
Yeah, I don't know why you
I've
did
been
that.
here about a year now. I worked previously here with different owners, so I've got about probably a total of 5-6 years cashier experience. Lifetime total, I probably got 10 to 12 years of cashier experience. I worked for a corporation before I worked for AT&T when they launched the iPhone. So back a long time ago in the 90s when they launched the first iPhone, which I know that's dating me, I'm very old. When they launched the very first iPhone, I was part of launching the iPhone for AT&T. So, any questions for Heather as far as up to this point?
The iPhone didn't come out till 2007.
Okay. Whenever the first iPhone, very first iPhone.
2007.
Was it okay? I was part of that. Whatever day that was.
I was born in 2007.
I helped launch all that. I worked for AT&T at that time. All right. Other than that, no.
Have you ever had anyone try to rob you when you're working there?
No. I've been scared here before, but I've never been robbed. I've been very scared.
Were you nervous when you first came here?
Nervous?
Yeah.
My very first day working here, yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous. I wasn't scared of the job. I was more scared of the people, I think. I was scared that I was going to mess up and that I was going to be embarrassed. I was scared of being humiliated. I'm one of the people that doesn't like to mess up. I like to be right.
How long
She's
have you been
wrong
working
a
here?
lot.
I am wrong a lot. I would be the first to admit that I am wrong, huh?
How long have you been working here?
This time I've worked here for right at a year. Right at a year. Okay, so what do you guys think is an important part of like customer service? What would be something that you would think would be important on customer service?
Greeting customers.
Absolutely. You got it.
skills.
Social skills are huge.
A
Yes.
smile.
A smile is yes. Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a cashier when I grow up.
Did you?
When I was younger, and I remember when I was in 5th grade. Yeah, I was in 5th grade, and I was working as a cashier at my school, at my old school in Philadelphia, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Very cool. Very cool. It's really important to actively listen to people, hear what they have to say, make eye contact is hugely important. I've trained classes before, a lot actually. I've trained classes. I've caught on to listening to people very well in my life and making eye contact. I am a bit of a people pleaser. I like to find out what people like and then make them happy. So I've learned a lot of doing that in my job. Also helps bring people back to the store. So we have a lot of repeat customers here because of our employees, us, Joanne, our other employees. We draw a lot of people back to the store because we are polite, we are courteous, and we will go that extra mile. We will go out and pump gas for people that are handicapped. You know, we'll, I don't know, we just do a lot of extra for people here, and people appreciate that.
there's not a lot of people that will do that anymore. So it's pretty cool. What are your goals? What's your goal? Hmm? Just what goal? What's a goal you have in life? You don't have a goal?
I guess just become a people person.
Cool. That's cool. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? When you are all done with everything in life?
Gotta finish the Snickers.
That's a good goal, dude. That's a good one. What about you?
Me?
Be
a mom someday.
Be a mom? That's a great goal. That's a great goal.
Close.
Quiet guy.
Go to college.
What are you gonna go to college for?
Probably ROTC.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Grow a beard.
Grow a beard. All right. You're gonna grow a big bushy one or
Not a mustache.
Eventually.
big? He's gonna grow us a beard, Joe.
Bushy red beard.
Big bushy red beard. Anybody want to run the cash register for me?
I don't think we have anyone in here.
You'll do it? Okay, well, when we get a customer, you get to start, okay?
Jacob can be your customer if he wants to.
Here's candy bars.
Everybody get a candy bar. Anybody got questions for Heather?
Well, I want to touch you.
Huh? You're next then.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you hurt my butt.
Oh, it's salt.
I got you, girl.
Is that actually salted?
Yeah, this is salted caramel.
Is it good?
I've never had one.
It's not that.
I've had this. I've had this before. I'll take this one.
Okay.
What? I took a first one. You didn't know my name. So where you were.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I think iPod was released in the 90s. I don't
Then
know.
that's it. Yeah, and I did.
But you
Go ahead, drink.
can get dark as well.
Jacob, go.
Yeah.
Jacob,
You can get dark. I'm gonna
go buy a drink.
I can get dark as well.
Oh, you better get up there.
I'm second though. Yeah, you got
Hey, excuse me. Can you get dark as well? Get dark as well.
Yes, go right ahead.
Alright. Alright.
So is this Benton High School?
No, this is St. David.
St. David, all right. You guys are quick to correct on that one.
No.
No.
Yeah, this is I figured they said like this. Yeah. Not like this. Yeah.
No, that's fine, Dad. It wasn't a Friday because we were
Oops.
insurance on
Oh.
Friday.
We could have. Oh, that's another one of my duties that I got myself into.
Oh, yes, yes. When she heard that we were gonna have shirts, we weren't gonna just do like the same color every day for uniform shirt. We were gonna go with any style or any color we want. But but I wanted the same logo. So now I said that, I was looking to who to order them from. And all of a sudden I come back in the next day and I have a stack of shirts that had this. So she's our shirt maker. And our Benson ones, she put bobcats on them.
Okay,
Those
who's
are
our
red
cashier?
bobcats or they're red with white paws. So she's also our shirt maker.
All right. I do also have their logo that I'm doing for all wanted me to do it. And he sent me the logo.
Now you can make it. Are you paying?
Yeah. Angela and I are terrible because we go to the store and we see a shirt. I don't have that color. Yeah.
May I get a drink?
Mm-hmm, go right ahead, go.
Alright.
Go on down there and get a drink.
Take your time. You're all good.
Excuse me. Let's see here. Let's get this. So it's nice and big. Actually, wait. I think I have a better idea. I'm about to get this. Not the same, man. Ooh, they have cold red. They have cold red on you. Let's see. So I. much should I get?
However much you like. Do you like lots or little?
It doesn't matter to me. Huh. I'm gonna get my. Ooh, I have to be really careful. Does this look like a good amount?
Yep, that looks good to me.
I can't tell which one is this. I can't tell.
Here, I think I've got 2 lids here.
How much ounces is this?
Here, this lid will fit it. See if that'll fit.
I think, yeah, that's good. I need to find a straw. Oh, there's a straw. I don't know where my, wait, where did my Milky Way go? Have you seen my Milky Way?
It's right over here.
Oh, it's right over there, my bad.
It's too short. Yeah, I'll have to go with this one.
Well, hold on. I might need to, like, move my,
What do you need?
actually, I wonder if you can hold this for me.
Yeah, you can.
Don't need it, though.
I won't. I'll hold this for you. Don't forget your phone.
Oh, yeah.
So with a mouthful of chocolate. 67, honey.
I'm trying. How much is it again?
67, yeah.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, 67.
Oh, 67.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
All you have is your 10. You want me here? Why don't you save your 10 for R&R here?
Thank you, hon.
And I'll buy your drink for you, okay?
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I like this too.
Yeah.
33, darling. The quarter sounds silver.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it.
Getting close.
All right.
You guys are headed to
Are we
R&R
ready
next,
to
huh?
walk over to R&R and get our lunch? Ready for lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Okay, you got all your stuff?
I gotta get all my stuff.
All right.
Yeah, we'll lease that part of the building out.
Okay, cool.
You don't mind if you put my Milky Way in my pocket, right?
Right here?
Yeah, you don't. It doesn't matter.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all very much.
Enjoy your lunch.
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
I told the kids I was just gonna pretend like I was one of them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to go get some pizza?
Yeah. Bye.
Oh my gosh, how did you do this?
Guess what I got? I got.
What did you get, Jacob?
I got Cold Red Mountain Dew.
No way.
Do you like that?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've tried Cold Red Mountain Dew before. It's really good.
Yeah. Your voice okay. Yeah.
I've tried Voltage. I've tried Spark, but the only I don't think I've tried the purple one.
You haven't tried the purple one?
Yeah, I think I drank the slushy. That was a purple one. That was a purple Mountain
Maybe
Dew.
you should try it sometime.
Yeah, I guess I can dry it out.
That's so funny. You're pretty funny, Jacob.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cold Red Mountain Dew, baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It is good.
Is it yummy in your tummy?
Yeah, the Milky Way is yummy as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, you like Milky Way?
I don't really like chocolate, but I needed some food, so I ate
You like pizza?
I love pizza.
Dude, how can you dislike
Like,
pizza?
how could you not, right?
How can you dislike pizza? That's
That's right.
I would be ashamed if somebody did that.
Yeah, that would be so sad.
Yeah.
Pizza's like my favorite. Is it like your favorite?
Of course it is.
Of course. It's because it's pizza, you know?
Yeah, of course it is. I love pizza. I've eaten it since I was little.
Do you know that he doesn't like pizza?
That's a lie.
Just kidding. You liked pizza since you were little?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
I might finish this once. Well, this might be finished once I come back home or whatever.
Yeah.
This is a lot. This is a big thing.
That is a big thing.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, actually. Carter, you know all this? You want this? There, it's yours.
I don't want
You want yours, Kevin?
Well, it just went down Jordan's throat, so.
No, Carter's one.
I have a lot of stuff in my hands.
Yes, you do.
How am I gonna pay for them if I have things in my hands?
Wait, so sorry.
What if I leave it
Can
here?
we pay together and both
And then I'll give it back.
No, but they can leave.
Oh.
Or you can both pay together so you both get to nothing. What? Wait. It says one thing for you, bro. I'm saying, if you pay together, can you use the
One
card?
free item per coupon, which means each time you go and stage, you can only stamp off one.
I'm not saying to step off more. I'm saying, can me and you both get the buffet from that half off? I'm not saying the half off. Is the half off buffet only
That's
for one
what it
person?
is. Half price one
Jeff,
buffet.
Jeff,
You don't
no,
get a free buffet from this.
I'm saying, you get a buffet, how many people can have the buffet?
You pay for the buffet for you.
For example, that's paid for like 5 buffets.
What's that? What's that?
Okay, so that's what I was asking. I was asking.
$10.
Oh, dude, $10?
Look, I have $10 right here. I have $10 right here.
Sweet.
Jacob, can I have a hug?
I have things in my hand right now.
But I can hug you.
Yeah, you can hug
He
me.
doesn't have time for you.
Thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome.
You're my best friend.
Jacob's my best friend.
He's my best friend. It's alright,
Right,
Pepe. I
Jacob?
forgive
We're
you.
best friends.
Yeah, of course we
I
are.
forgive you, Pepe.
Jacob's my best friend.
Wait, are you my best friend too? Because we have that cool handshake too.
I've met before. I met Peyton before, so I've seen her since 9th grade.
I've seen you since the 9th grade, so we're better best friends.
Yeah, but me and you were in 4th grade. Remember, I helped you log into your computer every single time. And I dabbed you up, and we have that cool handshake together.
Well, I like Peyton.
Which time? Like 3 weeks ago?
Okay, what? 3 weeks ago, what happened? What?
What do you think?
What did you say? What did you
Bye.
Sorry.
Alright.
Don't say that we can get pushy.
Hey, I'll buy one. You can get half off.
I have $10, so I can get it.
Yeah,
I'll get the buffet.
I'll get one half off.
Should I get the buffet?
do it.
It's buy a buffet, get a buffet half off.
I've been here. This is my second
If I
time
buy
here.
a buffet,
Second
you
time?
can get a buffet
Yeah.
half off.
That's pretty crazy.
It is crazy.
What was that look good?
Hope I don't get food from eating that Milky Way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I won't ever try the pizza.
Yeah. Right. You should totally get some. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yo, Jacob, is that busting?
The Milky Way or the Mountain Dew. It's good.
That's good.
It's cool red Mountain Dew. Look at this Mason. Look.
Oh my. I know.
Hey, Mr. Barker, have you tried Cool Red Mountain Dew before? Have you tried Cool Red Mountain Dew before?
You're really awkward over there.
My queen.
I don't
Stop.
like
You
anything.
can stop.
Any day of the week.
I don't like anything where I cook it.
Oh.
Wait, no, well, then you guys have to go back there because she's my queen, you're not.
Sorry, Lacey. Don't.
You guys can't cut me.
Too late. We're already in.
Only my queen can.
I'll give them all ready.
I know I am.
I can't tell you. I'll feel cry.
I see what you got. They already trashed that.
Anna's already eating too.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't have to pay. She just grabs it.
So if she can drive,
I want that pizza. Think about your thoughts. My audio is on.
Like if you work at your own gas station.
My audio's on. Audio.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. She touched you.
Little bit, yeah.
It was her. It was her.
I don't know which one are you. I don't know
It
which
was
one
her, but also sorry.
I don't know.
Oh. Should we both say sorry then? I'm sorry.
You can both say sorry. I don't
Oh,
mind.
okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You guys are fine. Ooh.
Wait, what game? You just say the.
Hey, Mr. Barker, can you make sure nobody takes my spot? I'm gonna put these down.
Say again?
Can you say my spot? Because I'm gonna put my spot.
Yeah, I got your spot. Go ahead.
Don't make sure nobody takes my spot. Alright. Oh! I forgot. Oh! What did I do? Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Are you sure it costs $10?
No.
Where does it say never?
It says
I paid here before, bro.
$10.99.
It's actually like comes out to 11.
How much is it for pizza? So do I just get the buffet? Wait, the buffet is $10, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, if you're a little short, we'll help you. If you're a little short, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't stress over it. It's okay.
Have you tried Mike and Ike's?
Mike and Ike's, they're so good.
Yeah, I got when Merrick took me to the Dollar General. I think it was like last week, I believe. He gave me. He said he would buy me Mike and Ike's, and I was like, all right, that's cool. I ate them before I got home.
Because they're like so good.
Of course they're good. What do you prefer, Sour Patch Kids or Micro Ice?
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids are good. They have a lot of flavor though. I like Sour Patch Kids as well.
What's up?
I like Sour Patch Kids as well.
Yeah. How about hot tamales?
What?
Hot tamales?
Never tried them. Yeah.
What? We'll have to try them sometime.
Can I get the buffet? Water.
Wait, how does he get a credit card when he's? How does he get a credit card while he's 15 or 16 or whatever? I got no credit card.
I got no credit card either, and I'm almost.
I wish I had a credit card so I can get money and make a job or whatever. I never ever got a credit card. I wonder how did he get a credit card at underage?
No, maybe it's his mom.
Oh, it might be his mom. If it's his mom, then my bad.
Skirt, skirt. Excuse us.
Thank you. Excuse me.
So I didn't about 19.
Me too. Thank you. Well, I just need one. I'm sorry, I give you two first. Because she wanted a pizza ready at 1.
Can I have the buffet?
Yeah. 1
I already got my own drink.
Right? 5?
1205?
Yeah.
Here,
Come on.
take it, don't worry.
Oh.
Here, grab them.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you. $0.95.
Thank you.
Hello.
Can I get 2 buffets? Soda.
Ooh, these look good. I'm gonna give myself some of this. Oop. Let's see. I might give myself Hello. Hello. Give myself another piece of pizza. Ooh, I have to be careful about this. Oop. I have to be really careful. Oh, this is so slippery. There you go. Got 2 pieces of pizza. Let's see here. I've tried. Are those fries? What are those?
I think those are fries.
Those are can't remember what they're called, but they have cinnamon and sugar on them. Yeah, they're really good.
I don't know. I like cinnamon. I like anything with cinnamon in it. Yeah. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My friend called me. Alright, but I hope you guys can hear me right now, because I know that I got disconnected. So, ooh, that was good. Let's see what else we should get. I think I'm good. Woo-wee. Pizza time. Time to get some of these. Ah, what the? Huh? Oh, that's weird. Oh no! Ooh. Please tell me it's okay. Please tell me it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, my Milky Way's not melted. That would be good. God, I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about something right now. God, this pizza's good. Ah. Yeah, this pizza's good. Look at that. Pepperoni. Look at that pepperoni on there. Pepperoni on crust. Oh, crap. Take the time. What a nice day today. It's a nice day of eating pizza with fries, with cinnamon, and whatever. Ugh. Hello. What up? Look at this pizza. This is better than the school's pizza. Better than the school. This is better than the school pizza.
They actually had school pizza today.
I know that. I heard that on the speaker.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Man,
What is this?
that's my charger.
That is heavy.
It is big. It's a big one.
That is a big boy.
Where'd you get all this?
Oh, I got this from the fuel thing. Yeah. I got it for free. Yeah. I got Milky Way for free.
Is the Milky Way dark chocolate? Is that
Guess what? Guess what? I'm drinking Cold Red Mountain Dew. Cold Red. Cold Red. Yes.
Sugar Rush? Sugar Rush?
Yeah, for real. Last time there was a sugar rush.
Did we get pizza as well?
You can. It costs like $12 or $10.
Did you pay?
I did.
Well, now I'm angry.
You have money?
In my car. You want some?
I have money. Well, I'm here, so I might as well buy a food. Or
Have you tried this?
I haven't.
no, I don't know what that tastes like.
Can you like describe it to me, or would it be easier just for like?
It tastes like bread.
Oh,
Like, it tastes like good bread.
oh, good bread. I don't know if I ever had good bread.
Yeah, good bread's good.
Oh,
Is it buffet?
Because the buffet is like, you can get the buffet for like $12.
Why? I think that was a lot of food. Whoa. There's a bite taken out of that one.
Oh, because I ate that.
Oh. How's your day been?
Good.
Have you guys, when did you leave for the field trip?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? So you went to first hour
I-
and second hour?
I came here first, and then we went to the field place, and then we came back here.
Oh, so you were here first,
Uh-huh.
so you could learn about it.
Of course,
But then
yeah.
you came back to eat.
Yeah, we got in the kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was so hungry when I was on the field trip.
Yeah, field trips do make you hungry.
But one thing I hate about it is when I lose my appetite.
Did you lose your appetite this time?
Well, I'm not super hungry, but I'm hungry.
Oh, you are hungry? Well, that's good, I suppose.
Yeah. I've been streaming for 2 hours.
You've been streaming for all 2 hours that you've been here?
Uh-huh. 2 hours. 2 hours.
I think Barky's eating spaghetti.
I like spaghetti.
I didn't know they had spaghetti.
Me neither.
I guess they do. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. What is this?
I think that's pepper.
Oh, pepper.
And I think
That's salt.
yeah, that's probably salt.
I think there's salt on these.
Probably. I think it's just for if you want some extra.
Yeah, salt goes good with fries.
Is there pepper on that?
There's pepper on this. Ooh.
I hope I still have 3 pieces of pizza left tonight.
I'm supposed to be in fifth hour right now.
Let's see.
I'm supposed to be in there for lunch.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm here instead because I went with her. Am I bad because of that?
You're not that bad.
Okay.
I go myself here though.
You can have all the fun you want.
Oh.
Yeah, you can have all the fun you want. No, you can have all the fun you want, right?
He doesn't get the joke.
All the fun you can have. Playing arcade. Look at that. Arcade games. There's arcade games. There's food. It's amazing. You can get candy out of that one of the machines. Yeah, there was an egg of Skittles.
Egg of Skittles?
Yes.
What? I'm trying to.
Yeah, there's Skittles. There's Skittles in there.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I hope I still have the same amount of pieces of pizza as when I started.
Do you think he actually wishes that?
What did he say?
Merrick implied that he wants to eat all of his pizza.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine with me. Cause you know what?
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Me personally, I think that Merrick, you see that question mark face over there? So it's actually an optical illusion. If you look at that for like 60 seconds,
What question mark?
the face question mark thing on the candy machine, if you stare at that for 60 seconds, then like you can look at the wall and then like different images will appear in your vision.
No.
Don't get caught for it. Don't kick us out.
This pizza is good.
Really?
Yeah, I'll let me a classic pepperoni pizza. Why does it keep doing that?
There's a little logo on the top left.
Top left? Oh, there is.
Do you think there's actually DVDs in there?
I believe so. It could be.
Jacob,
Yeah.
answer me this. Are birds real?
Birds? I believe so. Birds are real.
How do you know?
Because I see them in real life. I see them flying. I see them flying around my new house.
So are they actually birds or are they
They're birds.
robots?
Good question. Good question. If they're robots, they wouldn't have feelings. If they were a robot, they wouldn't have feelings.
Have you seen birds have feelings before?
Yes and no.
What?
I said yes and no. They could have feelings, but they could not have feelings.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I did not know that fellow looked like that. It's a pretty cool movie.
When they're gonna put on Should I Stay or Should I Go?
I wonder if they take requests. Calzones are addictive. I'm never gonna get a calzone again. Horrible advertising. Why would they put that in their own restaurant? It's horrible advertising.
What's calzones?
It's like a pizza folded on itself.
Oh, I see.
Apparently they're addictive though, so I wouldn't mess with that. I learned that today.
Oh, cool. I also realized that there's an algebra test today.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna suck though, but I'm hoping I get a good grade from it. I might come back maybe my algebra or maybe English. That's when I'm coming back.
You have algebra 6 period and
Algebra 6 period.
English 7.
Yes.
Well, I believe in you.
You stuffed?
I wouldn't say I'm stuffed, but I wouldn't say I'm hungry either.
So it's in the middle.
I could eat more, but I could also not.
I don't know if I'm gonna finish my Milky Way. Probably when I get hungry again. I don't know.
At least you'll have a Milky Way when you are hungry.
Yeah. What's on that pizza? What's on that pizza?
Jalapenos.
Oh, I never tried jalapenos on pizza before.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos?
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Yeah, that was good.
Alright.
It's pretty good though. Have you tried jalapenos?
Jalapenos, yeah.
Jalapenos.
I should never try. I've never tried it before.
You never tried it on pizza?
Nope, never. That's the pizza you're eating. What? No, what? Hey, you're blocking the way. You're blocking the pizza.
It was offline.
I don't know. Offline was basically blocking the way.
Box used to connect to Wi-Fi. Well, I don't think there's discs in there that have to connect to Wi-Fi. Definitely not. Modified machine.
You got that Chinese Wi-Fi?
Oh. You just roasted them.
Yeah.
That big chili internet.
Of course. Wait. They got that McDonald's Wi-Fi?
No way. Hey, Parker. What's up? Hey, guys. How you doing? Good, pretty good.
Look, there it is again.
McDonald's all Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I wouldn't fist bump you like you said that, but it's okay. That was still pretty good.
What bridges are on?
Okay.
I heard the song when I was like 9. I made a TikTok about it.
That's so weird.
I remember I heard the song on TikTok. No, not on TikTok. I heard it on Musically before, and I made a video, I did a video of me singing it.
I've never had Musically.
I've had Musically before when I was younger. I was one of those cringy kids.
I don't think I had a phone when Musically was popular.
I was one of those cringy kids where you just move your phone around and just say ma 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 meeny 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 meeny. Yeah.
Those videos do go hard though.
I like those videos.
Yeah.
What's up, Mason?
I still have those old videos. They're on my old account. I had it for like 7 years.
Wait. I think that Nelson said he was going to pay for this. He said we'd get you some food. That's what he said. He got us food, but we had to pay for it. No. Play on words.
Anyway. I guess.
Ali is funny. Ali is funny.
Yeah.
Then
Well, I was like the funniest person in the school, so that's not very fair to say that.
So, do you guys learn about R&R yet?
Oh yeah, we learned about it.
They were here, and they left.
Look at the shirt.
Oh, well, any of you guys have a quarter? Just one. I'll give you 2 R&R.
I don't.
Jacob. What? You want a quarter? Okay.
Sounds like it's a long change in there.
Oh.
Here, I'll give you 2 R&R tokens, which has a value of 50 cents. That's a steal.
Here's a quarter.
Like, here you go. Good trade. That was a good barter for you. That was a good trade.
Yeah.
Also, you're a kind person.
Look how happy
you were ready to give him one with.
Yeah, with respect.
Yeah, with respect.
With respect.
Without even a trade, you were willing to trade or willing to give him one.
I'm quite a generous guy.
You are a generous guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Sydney's here.
Yeah, she was in my group when we were at the
right
field.
there though.
Yeah, she's right there.
That's your cousin, right?
That's Sydney.
Wait, are they twins?
I can't remember.
Jacob, do they look like twins?
Wait, what?
I can't remember now.
Wait, isn't Reagan your sister?
Wait, is Reagan your guys' sister? What? Did you know that?
Wait a minute. Huh? Wait a minute.
This place is so confusing.
I don't even know.
Bro.
Wait, who's your favorite horror game character?
Say, horror game?
Yeah, horror game from all horror games.
Who's Jacob's girl?
Emma from the quarry.
Emma from the quarry.
I have to go.
Super
I have
hot.
to go. Jacob from the quarry,
Yeah, those two are my favorite.
Oh, cool.
or Chris from Until Dawn is pretty funny too.
Just Emma's body.
Remember when we played?
Not her personality.
Remember when we played Until Dawn before? Back in September last year.
He played it.
You played Until Dawn before. I watched you play it. I saw the ending of the. I saw the ending of the game.
Yeah. Wait. How did that end again? Did Merrick win?
Basically, some people survived, but most people died.
That was a sad day.
It was a sad ending.
How do you feel right now?
It's like so much time put into it too.
It's like just an hour game, ish, give or take, depending on how much you explore.
An hour?
10 hours.
Oh, 10 hours.
Well, if you take about an hour for each chapter, which is kind of realistic.
It's a lot of time.
That's how choose your own adventure stuff goes.
Wow.
I beat Man and Dan in like 3.5 hours, 4 hours. In a little speed run.
Can't believe I killed that dude. He was running away from nothing.
Wait, I remember.
I wonder.
That dude that was climbing up trying to get out.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
Meg,
I killed him too.
Meg, who would you be in a horror game?
Same.
What? Meg, who would you be in a horror game? Like, which character would you be in a horror game? Which character who would you be?
Jacob.
Jacob? That dude?
Not you.
I would have said Freddy Fazbear, actually.
What about me?
You? Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy's probably top 5. I have to think so.
No, you're a balloon boy. Like Donut Boy, a balloon.
That's a good point. Maybe Merrick's right.
I remember I used to say that, well, am I happy all the time?
I think you definitely try to be.
Huh.
Yeah. I got nothing else, so maybe Balloon Boy.
See how heavy that thing is.
Charger.
That's pretty heavy.
How long does it last?
Until it runs out.
It's cool that it's like solar. It has like solar panels on top.
Do I get angry often?
When's the last time you got angry? I can't just even look back. I can't. It hurts.
Ooh. Hey, do you like Nirvana?
I do.
Hey.
Name 3 songs.
You did that before.
I know. I do it. I do it every time.
Ah,
The same 3 songs.
Smell like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, and Come As You Are.
And then you say, "Know something in the way."
Know something in the way?
Know Something in the Way. Yep, I know that one.
Oh, that's new dialogue. I'm sure people will be calling the song.
Hey, something in the way. Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to play that too. You like it. Since this is a buffet, I ain't gonna spend any stomach space on crust anymore.
That's smart.
Should have done it at the beginning too.
What you pondering, Jacob?
I'm just gonna leave this here.
Alright.
You paid $12 for it, so they can take pictures.
Or somebody else.
Does your name start with a J or something else?
I don't care how that gets disposed.
What a great day.
I agree. Do you know how to cook pizza, Sam?
Well, not really, no.
What'd you learn in there?
I learned how they delivered it.
Oh.
I believe so.
So you can deliver pizzas now.
Are you gonna work here when you grow up?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a cashier. I wanted to be a cashier when I was younger.
Fire job.
And I was thinking I could be a cashier one day. I could be.
Potentially.
You could see me. You could see me one time. Like I could be somewhere. Well, I don't know if it's California. I don't know if I'm gonna be here when I grow up, or maybe in California. I don't know. I always wanted to be in California when I was younger.
California's gay queer bad.
I can't tell. I like California.
It didn't compute.
It didn't compute for me either. I like California. Because that's where, like, Disneyland is. That's where we're going to our senior trip.
Wait, who do you think you would be from a horror game?
From a horror game?
Yeah?
Everybody doing all right?
Yeah.
So we'll wrap it up and we'll get out of here in about 10 minutes, okay?
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I want ice cream.
Don't forget
Did you get a buffet?
I got a buffet, yeah.
So you get one free scoop of ice cream.
Alright.
We get one free scoop of ice cream.
You probably could go up there and say, "Can I get my ice cream now?"
Okay. Or they'd be like, no, and I'd be like,
Okay.
Aw, man.
next time.
I remember my friends making fun of me because of when I said, "Oh man," and when this one dude was like, "Oh man," I was like, "Can you stop, please?" I was like that before.
Yeah,
Well,
fooling
yeah.
around too much.
I don't like friends that are pranksters, personally.
I like good old honest loyal friends.
Okay. Also, this one time when I was with my friend, guess what he said?
What? Wait, tell me again. No, he did not. Did he actually?
Yes, on stream.
What?
Yes,
Did
on
he get canceled?
Well, there's not much people in the chat, so
Nobody saw?
nobody saw it. Yeah.
Did you snitch on him?
I was like, well, you can't say that. That's all I said. I was like, well, you can't say that.
That's so racist.
I know, right?
That is so racist.
I don't know why he did that. That was like a week or 2 weeks ago, I believe.
I would never call someone the N-word.
Of course not.
And I never ever have. I think someone with my phone did though.
Yeah, it was Paul. Paul did that. Paul said the N-word.
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
I don't know, but it was on my phone, so then he made my friends get angry at me.
Yeah. I can't believe Paul did that to you.
I know. He had me like locked up and stuff. I was like in my shackles, like on my mama. I never said the N-word.
And you almost never let him in the donut
Yeah,
squad.
I got kicked out of the donut squad.
Well, that was because that was Paul's fault. That was Paul's fault.
Yeah, it was Paul's fault.
Wait.
Making me think that you did it.
Yeah. Okay.
He is a trickster.
Yeah.
Look, there's spinach on this.
Oh, I never tried spinach before.
You've never had spinach?
Nope.
It's pretty good.
Have you ever watched Popeye?
Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the Sailor Man.
Spinach. Giggity. You know?
Giggity. Giggity, giggity.
Yeah.
You know that one guy?
Giggity.
Giggity. Giggity, giggity.
No way. I did not know you knew that character. Yeah, that's too good.
Yeah, spinach makes you big and strong.
If you can't tell already, it's already doing its stuff.
But I didn't eat a whole lot of it, so that's why I'm really short.
Should I eat ice cream or do I look full?
Wait, let me see it. I think ice cream is probably a good option.
Yeah,
If you want it.
They need to come back over though.
What?
They might need to come back over.
There might be a bell up there. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe I should.
He's getting his own ice cream. What do you think he's doing? Sydney, we are good friends. No, Jacob.
We told him to go up and use the bell. Everybody got free. Everybody got free Milky Way.
What is this? For me? Thanks, Sydney.
Oh, 2 bars. You know what that means?
Save one for later.
They're just going off. That was so funny.
Yeah, Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye, giggity. It was so funny. I just love napkins.
Those are used napkins.
Sad. Sydney, where did you guys go? Like after this?
Benson Fuel.
Sounds like a party. Looks like a party.
Sydney, you guys have to pay for all your stuff? Do you pay for it today? Did you have to pay for today?
Ice cream.
You ain't giving me my ice cream. I walked up to her. You won't get in my ice cream.
Unsure. No chip. No. No chip.
Yeah.
Come on, Barker.
Play yesterday?
I did.
So is it still a toss-up?
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't do too bad. I didn't do too good, but
Okay.
not too bad either.
All right.
See what happens today. Put in pepper on Merrick's crust.
Man, I can only fit one more bite in me.
Of crust?
I need to use the bathroom.
I still go for it.
Didn't even warn you.
I was about to take a bite. I gotta go. That is ice cream. I said, is that his ice cream? Yes. I thought you said it is ice cream. That would be funny though. Just like a ton of salt, like you can't see it. I'm just gonna act like I ate it all when he comes back. Just be like, oh, I ate some ice cream. He's like, oh, ice cream was busting. Well, we'll be there shortly. Sydney, did you get a buffet? Did you get ice cream?
Oh, that ice cream is so good.
Huh?
I'm so full now, though.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Huh? What? What?
Oh, brain freeze.
I don't know what. I don't know where they put my ice cream at. Maybe. Maybe.
Wait, what are you looking for, Jacob?
Ice cream.
Wait, what ice cream?
You had it.
Wait a minute.
I just had it.
Wait, is that your ice cream that was sitting on the table?
Yeah, but ice cream was sitting on the table. There's no way you ate it that fast.
Well, I did get a brain freeze.
No, we would have put it in the trash can.
I'm getting kicked out of the donut squad.
There you
There you go, man.
Hey, prank. Got pranked.
Nice. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Good prank, huh?
Of course
You
it
like
was
that prank?
Of course it was good.
I think Corn likes ice cream.
He does. I bet he does.
Wait, well, if you don't want it.
You can have your ice cream.
Did you get ice cream? No, I can have it. I can get my own. Jacob, how do you get ice cream?
You only get it once.
Can you show me how to get it?
Hey, ask them for ice cream. God, it's cold. I might have enough time to do my algebra test. I'm hoping I can do my algebra test just in time before I don't know. It might happen before. Why don't you ask the kids that square? Why don't you ask the kids that square? Fashion the reason why they were there. They disguise it, hypnotize it. Television made you buy it. I'm just sitting in my corner, waiting for her. She's scared I will take her away from there. But fuck, I messed it up. It's good.
Is it like crazy good?
It's good. Yeah.
Like,
It could be. What's that?
Rainbow poop
Ice cream.
Oh, nice.
Rainbow poop ice cream.
All right, are we about ready to rock and roll, ladies
That's
and
actually pretty
gentlemen?
good.
Rock and roll.
I think it's dying in my mouth.
Yeah, I can taste it banging around.
Oh yeah, that's artificial colors.
Artificial television.
Real?
Yeah, artificial television.
Television.
Mhm.
So that means it's a fake television?
A real television, you meant.
A real artificial television.
Yep.
Yeah.
Insane. It's real insane.
Dark and poor.
Is it?
Dark is dirty poor. This way. Do I have to?
You look at my long hair.
Shake 'em.
Like a
Look,
people
look.
like this.
Dude.
Sailor.
Chillers.
That worked.
Yeah. Do you wish you had hair like mine?
Dude, we should give you braids. That'd be so awesome.
Oh my
Operation
gosh.
braids.
Kaylee could braid it, right? Sydney, could Kaylee braid Jacob's hair like really tight up against his head, like cornrows almost?
Okay. We're gonna do Operation Bath and then Operation
I
Braid.
would straight up just pay Kaylee $20 to do that. Would it cost? How much would it cost? Oh my god!
Whatever the price is, it's doable.
You just started GoFundMe.
Can we
A
please get
GoFundMe?
this kid braids?
Crazy. 3 hours of streaming? No way. 3 hours of streaming.
Only Jacob offers his fans 3 hours of fun. True streamer.
We need to have Operation Bath first, bro.
Operation Bath, Operation Braid.
Dude, that's gonna be the best operation.
The full
yet.
Operation Bath and Body Works, bro.
Huh.
Oh, that's awesome, bro.
It's not fun, it's hot.
Ooh.
Oh, Jacob.
Dan, what are you
Dan's
doing?
trying to steal something.
Hey.
What the heck are you doing, man?
What the? Hey. What the? Hey. What are you doing?
Chilling. This isn't my favorite, but it's pretty good. I just don't like overly sweet ice cream, but I mean, I figured that's what it'd be, so.
We should just take people home. Bus.
Probably would get in trouble, but we can't.
Jacob, can I adopt you for today?
Adopt me? Like, how?
Like, have him become your daddy. To put it simply.
I think so.
I'm curious.
This is on my playlist.
Nice. The Promise?
You know it. On my lips, like you were.
Here's the fun.
A little bit of here.
Oh well.
Ooh.
What?
When I eat fast, I get a brain freeze.
There's no way you ate it that fast.
She's getting abused. Whoa.
Getting abused.
I need to show this. I need to show the evidence. Let me show. I need to show the evidence.
Hey, Dan, you're doing on stream, bro.
I'm showing the evidence. I'm giving the evidence.
Right.
You're real for that.
I
Yeah.
like to be here, Jacob.
Well, now I got the evidence. I got the evidence right now. Alright. Yeah, you do that.
Keep doing that. Getting the bystander effect. He's getting that on stream.
Why is it tilted? Oh, okay, I have to fix it. He's really getting him. He's really getting her. Sorry, my bad. I did not mean to call you a boy. Boy. Oh, how the tables have turned. Burger, cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger. You know what that is? You know where that's from?
McDonald's.
Wrong.
I don't know.
Burger King.
Oh.
That was from Burger King.
Oh, I didn't know it was real guys.
Wrong. You have a brain freeze?
I want to eat things too fast.
I eat my things fast as well. What is he doing? What is he doing? I wonder what he's doing. He's doing something suspicious. He's doing.
Watch out, Jacob. I think he's coming by there.
Oh. He might be dangerous. He's armed and dangerous. Be careful, really. Make sure to lock your doors and lock your windows because it's gonna be one series of a night.
Okay, Jacob, we're gonna head back, bud. So let's get our trash dumped.
All right, I have to throw this out.
We can take Jacob home. Yeah, probably not.
That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, go ahead and dump your trash, Jacob. Grab your stuff, and we're gonna get going. Okay?
Okay.
We'll see you guys.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Authorities.
because he came with you, you have to go home with you.
Yeah. Well, unless you were a parent, or unless we had a waiver signed where his parents would allow him to ride.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jacob, grab your stuff, bud.
Bye.
Goodbye, Jacob.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Can you check if I got all my stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Woo. Anybody else? Anybody else?
What are you laughing about?
I don't know.
You're crazy kid. You have so much fun at R&R?
I did, yes. I had a lot of fun. Dude, how that taste? What the? Why did she went in the emergency door? That was the wrong way. This is the right way.
You cray cray.
She opened the emergency door. She legit. Ah.
You got everybody?
All right. I think this is. I'm on 86%. Pretty much, I've been streaming long enough, I believe. I thought that was Mr. Directions for a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're a woman.
What are you looking at, Rachel?
Hi, girl.
Look at Rachel.
For the 12 noon session.
Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. 3 hours is a good enough stream, I believe. So I hope everybody did enjoy this wonderful stream. I'll stream again, maybe. Yeah, well, I don't know. I might stream tomorrow if I can. Because I've already streamed for like 3 hours. I'll just corner Merrick.
Oh my heck. Mara can't make it either. She has to play. Honey and Piper won't be there. Right? I could have sworn I just had it. Wow. That's so rough. I feel bad for them because they all ask like, hey, she's busy, and everyone's like, no. Part of me is sad, like, what are you doing? Oh, so I guess if we didn't know,
Alright, I'm gonna end. See you guys.